And this morning, let's get to all the latest figures on the COVID crisis. These are the latest numbers and data from the Health Ministry. Active cases currently in the country stands at 4,64,357. Compare that to the data on December 1st when we had 4,57,000 active cases. Now, we are seeing cases coming down. The death rate also is slowly coming down. But at this point, the number of deaths that we've recorded in India stands at 4,03,281. The good news and the silver lining is that our recoveries are still very, very high. Our recovery rate over 95%, which means that at this point, over 2,97 lakh recoveries have been posted. So let's get you the overall figure there. Here's what it looks like. Over 4,64,000 active cases, the deaths at over 4 lakh, and our recovery rate still stellar at this point. The numbers only going up. We continue getting you the latest figures as of when it comes in. But what's worrying is the fact that you could see cases going up simply because all of us as citizens are letting our guard down. We're showing you now images that have come in from tourist sites in North India's hill stations, and the kind of mad rush there is worrying. People clearly have learnt no lessons from the lethal second wave that wreaked havoc. With cases now coming down, more states are easing curbs, and popular hill stations like Manali, Shimla, Solan, Chamba, they're witnessing a huge inflow of tourists, resulting in overcrowding and traffic congestion as well as non-availability of hotels. A huge crowd gathered at Manali's famous Mall Road. Clearly, no lessons were learned. Many people there weren't wearing masks. There was no question of social distancing. 100% occupancy is being registered in most of these hotels. In Dalhousie, during the weekends, it's completely booked. It's, in fact, just 2 months back, a reminder for all of you out there that we were struggling with the second COVID wave. There was no oxygen. Hospitals had no beds. There was a fight for medicines even. And clearly, we've learned no lessons. Look at what you're seeing there on your screens from different parts of the country at hill stations where people are busy holidaying.
A crowd of tourists here on Shimla's Mall Road. So this is not the condition here in Shimla only. If you go to other tourist places, be it Dharamshala, be it Kullu Manali, we will witness similar crowds there. Tourists are also heading to lesser known tourist places where there is no crowd and the hotels are easily available. As far as the hotel occupancy in Shimla, Dharamshala and Manali is concerned, 100% hotel occupancy has been reported. So tourists are now heading to less known tourist places to get accommodation, and besides this, a large number of tourists have already booked the hotels in Shimla. And if we talk about the amenities, the parking in particular, parking is almost packed in Shimla, and many tourists last week and in the coming days have been spending nights in their vehicles or heading to the places which were lesser known, as hotel accommodation was not available. With video journalist Dilip Sahu, this is Manjeet Sehgal in Shimla for India Today.
Don't be a COVIDiot. Don't let your guard down. That means that a third wave in India will be imminent if we continue to do what we're doing right now. Let's also get you data on the second COVID wave. This is from the National Clinical Registry on COVID-19, and it suggests that the second wave was deadlier and that it killed the young youth of this country. The ICMR and the NCDC study has now been published, and Sneha Mordani gets you the highlights.
It's now official. The second wave of the COVID-19 infection took a heavier toll on the life of people, especially those in younger age groups. A comparative study done by the Indian Council of Medical Research and the National Centre for Disease Control has found that the second wave saw a significantly higher proportion of people complaining of shortness of breath, a higher number of acute respiratory distress syndrome, heavy need for supplemental oxygen and mechanical ventilation, and also mortality significantly increased in all age groups except in those under 20.
In second wave, I can say that, the above 40 years, lots of patients were seen, and most of them were having severe ARDS, acute respiratory distress syndrome, and were requiring high oxygen support. I saw lots of patients from 25 to 45 age group landing onto ventilators.
More younger people with less comorbidities died as mortality rose in the second wave. Doctors say the high number of deaths can be attributed to the poor rate of vaccination.
The majority of patients affected were young and mobile, and especially unvaccinated individuals, largely the 20 to 50 age group. In this age group, the ones that had the most serious disease were with comorbidities like diabetes, obesity, heart disease, etc.
The government is on record to say that the system was completely overwhelmed, and that's the reason why COVID-19 deaths increased in the second wave. In fact, this report also from the Indian Council of Medical Research clearly says that the explosive nature of the second wave led to a large number of hospitalizations during a short span of time. The question is whether we will learn any lessons from the mistakes of the past. In New Delhi, Sneha Mordani for India Today.